Good evening, everyone. This is Gregor. Welcome to the stream, and today more desktop dungeons. But yeah, just for today, I was not sure I wanted to do another stream of this because like I don't think I'm very good at it, to be honest, and I don't think I'm in the headspace for a puzzle-esque roguelike at the moment. But I still haven't set up the next one, which is Stasis, so it was either this or me talking to myself for the next 3 hours or so. So I'd much rather just like talk to myself for 1 hour and then and then play desktop dungeons. So yeah, before that, let's see, Staying Gaming, yes, with November 3rd. I'm gonna like come out and apologize like from the get-go. This is gonna be a very slow stream, I feel. And I'm like extremely tired. But I really didn't want to kind of not stream 2 days in a row. Since yesterday I kind of had to miss it because I am a bit dumb and I started doing something at work that I grossly misestimated how long it would take to complete. So yeah, that's like what the 9 to 5 message was about. Like, oh no, I'm gonna be at work for another hour. I really don't know like time management anymore. So there's that. And I didn't want that to happen today as well. So let's see what games came out on November 3rd with cue the music. There we go. Like a pretty decent one for starters. I like this one. This is the hey Ghost Rider. Hi, how's it going? How are we doing today? So this is the song that plays when you trigger fever something. It was like Fever Time in Majuma's version of the Yakuza 0 business minigame. When is it called, like Cabaret Czar or something like that? Rock and Stoning Season 3. Oh, did Season 3 drop already? Nice. You get like a new story as well. New rival corporations and stuff. Actually, no, wait. Season 3 was the one with the... God, you linked it. And even worse, I read it. So I don't know why it is that I'm not remembering what Season 3 is all about. Plaguefall. Yeah, there we go. This is it. But yeah, also the Hitman Freelancer testing. I have no idea what that is. Like, I did see you play like a Hitman something or another on Steam. But yeah, something close technical test or something. But that's like more or less the extent of what I remember. By the way, oh, it's the roguelike mode that will be added on Hitman 3. Nice. Like, it seems like everything has like roguelike in it nowadays in some way or another, which is nice. Like, I guess you probably couldn't like tell like all the roguelike or like the rogue and Angband and Akalabeth and NetHack players back in the day. That like they're kind of like niche subgenre of like RPG was gonna like find its way into more or less anything like 40 years down the line. Like, geez, like it's like every game has to have like a procedurally generated mode nowadays, doesn't it? There was like that one thing I remember playing a bunch of in Prey, the Moon Crash, Moonfall, Skyfall, I don't remember. Like the roguelite DLC for Prey, basically. That one was kind of like fun. And then there's even like horror games with roguelike elements. There's like what's it called, Daylight, which has like procedurally generated levels, among other things. It's literally kind of like worming its way into everything, isn't it? And it's nice. I mean, I like it. It's a cheap and easy way to give more replayability to a game, and so long as the base mechanics are good, then I mean, why not have like a procedurally generated mode in it as well to maybe, you know, stretch it out to another like 10 or 20 hours of playtime. Still the same levels in main NPCs. Yeah, I kind of like figured that was going to be the case. I do like the who's who thing. Basically, it's like the guess who. You know, did your target have a big nose, or did your target have blue hair? It's like click, click, click. Nope. I haven't played the new Hitman games, like the new trilogy. I haven't really bothered with. In fact, I think like the last one I've played and kind of played a lot of was Hitman Absolution, basically, which was fun. I don't hate it as much as a lot of the old school fans of the series did at the time. And not just because, I guess, of the machine gun nuns that were in it. But I didn't hate it. I also didn't particularly love it. It was just, you know, fine, to be honest. You level up your hideout, get more stuff and people. Yep, that sounds like roguelike to me. Roguelite, actually, but, you know, you get the point. Yeah, I don't know. I really wish I could get into the newer ones, but after Absolution, I just don't really have the patience for, you know, yeah, exactly. I don't think nowadays I have the patience for like a more open-ended Hitman approach, like I guess up to like Blood Money kind of did. Yeah, it's more of like a puzzle game, but like for me, like this is just a big disclaimer here. This is just me being kind of difficult about those kinds of things, but I don't particularly like a puzzle game where you're not immediately aware of all the puzzle pieces. So you basically have to spend your first 3 to 5 attempts in each level kind of discovering what all the interactions are before you can start planning out what you need to do. So I did try like a bit of like the World of Assassination, the first game, I guess, of the new trilogy, and it did like the exact same thing that I didn't like the original Hitman games for, which was, you know, you have to go through the level, you have to spend basically 20 to 30 minutes kind of taking stock of all the available hiding locations, all the available weapons, all the patrols, all the disguises you can get, all the possible ways you could fuck up, then restart the level and, you know, give it another try so you can get like everything right in one go. I don't like that. And yeah, you can kind of fuck up and still beat the level, but at least in the original games, I don't know in the new one how that goes, but at least in the first few games, it kind of felt like every time you fucked up, the game was kind of for shame. You could do better if you really tried. I'm like, it's like getting approval IRL is hard enough. I don't need to get approval from the game too. But yeah, I mean, and again, this is like primarily a me thing. I know this is like what the series is built on, and I am fully aware that this is like the main draw of the series, kind of like figuring out all the ways in which you can assassinate targets. I just don't like the implied trial and error for first time plays, basically. And yeah, I'm like sure like once you get to learn the levels, it becomes like a lot more fun to kind of try and like mix and match all the different interactions that you can discover. Like, hey, there's like a vendor that's gutting fish. Why don't you try and like grabbing his knife and using that to kill the target? Or maybe you can put poison in the fish that he buys, and then when he goes home, he cooks it and like gets poisoned. Or like you get like a fish costume, and then you get bought by the target, and when he goes to like clean you out before he begs you take off your costume and kill him with it. That kind of thing. That would actually be like hilarious. That's like a great idea for a webcomic, by the way, if anyone's doing one. All the weird ways that Agent 47 can disguise himself. But anyway, yeah, in this mode doesn't have safe load. Yeah, it's like a it's like proper roguelite elements in it. So sounds fun. Also sounds like something that I personally would not have enjoyed, to be honest. So there's that. Let me just like get started on this thing gaming, because it's been a while, and aside from being extremely tired at the moment, I'd much rather not wear out my voice as well. Let's see. Let's go. November 3rd, game releases for 1998. 24 years ago, with the PlayStation release of Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. Wait, just Warped? Is it really just that this is really the subtitle for it? Warped? God, that's weird. So yeah, I don't know a lot about like the PlayStation era of games, because I've never played this one. I do remember this is the one where you get to play as his sister, I want to say, Kogo or something. But yeah, they're like kind of like genre defining, at least as far as PlayStation goes. Platform games, 3D platform games, not always like fully 3D in like that. A lot of the levels, as far as I remember, at least in the first Crash Bandicoot, were a lot more kind of like railroaded. I guess you could only move on like 2 planes. There's like the X and Y. You couldn't just like you go deep into the level as well. I'm not exactly sure if 3 was as well received as the other 2. I do know at some point after the PS1 era, Crash Bandicoot kind of like went away. There were a couple of kart games, I want to say, and I remember this because I made a joke about it last time we were reading about one of them, and I said that I prefer Diddy Kong Racing. In the same vein, I prefer Donkey Kong 64 over Crash Bandicoot, even though they're not exactly the same genre of games. There's apparently been a remaster or like reboot of the first trilogy. It's on Steam, the N-Sane trilogy, and people have gone crazy over it when it came out. So it's probably a safe bet you would enjoy it if you're interested in any of these games. Same as like the Spyro Reignited trilogy, at the same kind of vein. Get classic PS1 games and revamp them for more modern audiences. But yeah, you play as a Bandicoot, which I could never understand for the life of me what it is. It's some kind of animal, apparently Australian, but I'm gonna remedy that, and we're gonna find out today what a Bandicoot is by googling it. Yep. Bandicoots are small marsupials native to Australia and New Guinea that use their front feet to dig for food. It's hard not to like an animal associated with the phrase snout pokes. There's like a freaking Bandicoot appreciation website. I'm not gonna read the rest of it because it keeps saying snout pokes, and I'm like, why? Also, Bandicoots, like the IRL Bandicoots, look nothing like the game character. God. Like, for one thing, they're marsupials, which means they have like a pouch to keep to carry their young in. And I don't remember Crash doing that at all, thankfully. But here, now you know. Now you know what animal is the namesake and bears no resemblance to Crash. So yeah, give it a try. I think it's on most modern platforms at the moment, so could do worse. I mean, so I'm pretty sure it's also been on bundle like a bunch of times, as has Spyro Reignited again. And I mean, the reason I'm bringing that up constantly is because they're very much like they share 90% of the DNA in the reason that they even exist to begin with and how they kind of exist. Although I guess the Crash trilogy, the Insane trilogy, did better than the Spyro one. And the reason I'm saying this is because Crash Bandicoot apparently also got like a fourth game, like in 2021, I want to say. Like a proper 21st century sequel, which is very trippy. I'm always surprised seeing like 20-year-old franchises making a let's call it revival, you know, 2 decades down the line. It's surreal. Like, you know, you could be doing any game you want, right? Why would you? I mean, I know why they would want to revive an established series that probably has a fandom that can now afford to buy the new game without having to beg their parents for pocket money. Because, you know, like everyone that's played like a PlayStation 1 game back in the day is at minimum in their mid-30s now, which means they are very likely to have more disposable income. They're very likely to be able to, you know, want to buy something and afford to buy something that caters to their rose-tinted specs, basically. The nostalgia factor being a rather strong pull for people my age and above, as far as I understand it. I mean, look at my library. Half of it, I literally spent Tuesday for like half an hour showing off PS1 and PS2 games that I got on cheap because, you know, this is like even worse than nostalgia because I never did have like a PS1 or a PS2, so it's basically catching up if you want to be charitable or overcompensating if you don't. Anyway, speaking of overcompensating, okay. Finally got like the segue I was looking for. Let's go to 22 years ago, November 3rd, 2000, when we had a rather weird game hit PCs. Has anyone in chat ever heard of Rune, aka the third-person Viking hack and slash game of like the 2000s? I've seen so much of this game. I've never played it. It would not run on my PC. It's a favorite of a friend of yours. I mean, I have a theory that like we all had like a friend who loved Rune. I'm kind of looking it up now on Steam. I think it's also on Steam nowadays. Rune Classic, yeah, it is. So it's basically like a third-person action RPG. I think the USP, like the unique selling point that it had, was like the combat, like, you know, was a lot more melee oriented than other contemporaries of it. I think there was like a spell system or something where you could just like trace runes and cast spells with them or something or another. I remember it's supposed to be like very visceral as far as combat goes. The basic premise is that you're like a Viking that has to stop Loki from doing things. Again, I've never played the game. I've seen a bunch of it. Story isn't particularly like a focus of the game. The combat is and you know, as with a lot of early 2000s games, a bunch of very dumb puzzles to break up the combat sequences with. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe I would like to at some point go back and try this out, to be honest, if only to kind of figure out what other people at the time were seeing in it. But I am going to be honest, if there's a third-person action game from that time that I would love to get my hands on and get working again, it would probably be Heavy Metal FAKK 2. Which is, I guess, like a game sequel to the Heavy Metal animated film of like 97, I want to say. Let me check. Heavy Metal FAKK. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. It's a sequel to Heavy Metal 2000 animated film, which is an adult animated film, by the way. I watched this in like 2000-ish when it came out. I should not have been watching it. It's got sex, violence, and basically everything like a 14-year-old me should not be seeing. But yeah, Heavy Metal FAKK 2. It's like, what's like the KK mean? I don't remember. It's like FAKK. They're like acronyms. But it's basically a kind of Heavy Metal the movie inspired spin-off / sequel in which you play as a lady named Julie, I think, and she goes around killing aliens for like very flimsy plot reasons. I think you're supposed to protect like a settlement or something in like a deep space colony. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. You just run around doing like very over-the-top combat with like a bunch of explosions. It's probably not a very good game by today's standards, but I did enjoy it at the time. And I do kind of assume Rune is going to be the same thing. Except Rune I never actually had the pleasure of playing back in the day, so it's a bit more iffy in that regard. It's on Steam for like 10 euros. It's revamped to run on modern systems as well, so I guess you can do worse if you want like a shot of like action, like 2000s action nostalgia. Speaking of 2000s action nostalgia, let's talk about what came out 19 years ago, which a game I did actually play. 19 years ago, November 3rd, 2003, PS2. For once, I didn't play the PS2 version of this, but True Crimes Streets of LA came out. God, it's hard to not use the term GTA clone, as like GTA 3 had come out at around the same time, or like Vice City. I don't remember which one of the two was closest to True Crimes release, but you basically play as a very, 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 very angry detective that's in a semi-open world-ish replica or like facsimile, I guess, of LA. The story is kind of like suitably parts late 90s action flick, kind of like Bad Boys or God, there's like what movies of the late 90s to like early 2000s had like this whole buddy cop thing going on. It was like Bad Boys is probably like the most well-known one of them. That didn't devolve into Chris Rock parody / comedy levels, which is why I'm not mentioning stuff like Rush Hour, for example. But it was like part that and part kind of like GTA-ish clone. The version I did end up playing was on the GameCube, which supposedly had slightly better graphics, but I think just ran at a slightly higher resolution, which probably my monitor at the time couldn't really accurately convey, I guess is the word. It was fun. Like, it didn't have a lot going for it story-wise, and the gameplay was a bit standardized by the time. There were a lot of games trying to kind of ride on the coattails of the GTA apocalypse, I guess. And this one kind of like felt like one. I don't think it was intended to be one, because they did. If anything, this one was a bit closer to Stranglehold. If anyone's ever played that, you know, the John Woo game. Well, movie-made game, I guess. It didn't have the bullet time or like the slow-mo of Stranglehold, but it did have the whole, you know, lone cop versus like all the crime syndicates shtick. It was fun. It was fun. It didn't have the best controls, the best story, or the best gameplay, but it was fun for what it tried to be. It was like again, it was like the game equivalent of Bad Boys, like a B movie with like entertaining action. And you could probably do worse even back in the day. Yeah, let's move on. So we go to 13 years ago. Let me scroll down. 13 years ago, it's like a bit of a gap, 6 years to be precise, because we're now in 2009 with the November 3rd release of Dragon Age Origins, which came out on PC, PS3, and Xbox 360. I've played a fair bit of Dragon Age Origins. I've never like sat down to do all the BioWare achievements. I never sat down to do like one playthrough for every background. I think my first playthrough was as a human noble, and I also did one as an Alien Age elf, and I may have gone a bit past the halfway point as a dwarven scavenger. I think it was the commoner background. So basically, a few things. It was BioWare's first attempt at a Baldur's Gate-esque RPG, but in 3D. I think this was shortly after they were bought out by EA, as far as I remember. It was a very, very good game, Dragon Age Origins. The main shtick was that it's party-based, 3D, active, but with turn-based options combat. The origins in the title is a reference to that your character, when created, is chosen from, I want to say, 6 different backstories. There's like 3 races that you can pick from. There's like human, there's elf, and there's dwarf. And of each one of these, you get to choose from 2 possible backgrounds. So you get like either the human commoner, the human noble, the kind of the elf, the city elf, or the wild elf, I think. And then there's like the dwarven royalty or the dwarven scavenger backgrounds, basically. And each one of these has its own prologue that kind of takes an hour or 2 to beat, and then you kind of get these very cutesy references as you go through the game. There's like a few events that only happen for specific classes, or they for specific backgrounds, or they kind of change depending on which background you've chosen. So like one of the big bad guys, kind of like henchmen, is like a minor noble, and if you've played as the human noble origin, that's the same guy that kind of double-crossed your family and cost you your lands, basically. And you get like extra dialogue, extra events. The story kind of changes a little bit, but like all the main story beats are the same regardless of what you've picked as your origin. I also just realized I forgot to pop out the advertisement thing. So well done, Gregor. What else is there to say about Dragon Age? It's a good game. It's a really, really good game. It's not like I never really kind of thought it was amazing as far as like RPGs go, because I've had like the benefit or the curse, depending on how you look at it, of having played like the all-time classics, all the way back to Bard's Tale on like on MS-DOS, basically. So you know, Dragon Age was like a good modern attempt. It wasn't amazing. It was like a few things that are a bit weird about it. Honestly, I like the second one best out of the 3, even though it's the one that people hate the most, because specifically of why people do hate it, which is the second one in the series kind of tried to bring the focus more close to the protagonist by not making everything be like this world-ending apocalyptic threat that the Darkspawn were in 1, but instead it all kind of revolves around the protagonist and his surroundings and his family's attempt to kind of like elevate themselves through poverty. Not the best of hooks for like a 60 to 80 hour long PC RPG, but it was fun. It was different. I liked it. In fact, all the things I didn't like about Dragon Age 2 were all stemming from it being a very, very, very rushed game. I think they only gave them like a year to complete it, and they were expecting something on the scale of the first Dragon Age, which was easily like 100-hour long game, even without the DLCs. So yeah, for the second one, the things that kind of like hit the worst for returning players, or like even for people that just like enjoy RPGs, were the constant kind of like reuse of dungeon locations. So they basically had like 3 different dungeons. There was like the cave, the cellar, and the other cave, basically. And each one of these locations had like 10 tiles, and all of the dungeons of any specific location type were constructed out of those 10 tiles. So everything became very repetitive very fast. And the other thing that Dragon Age 2 had going against it was that the story itself wasn't particularly long, maybe in the 30-odd hour range, which is, I mean, still respectable for an RPG, but people back then were kind of conditioned to expect 100-hour long epics from BioWare and the BioWares of the time. So because they were on a very tight budget, both money and time-wise, what they did, they kind of force you to fight endless hordes of enemies for every encounter. So they kind of artificially bloat the game time by having you do repetitive combat. And it got ridiculous to the point where in some points the enemies were literally being airdropped into the playing field so that they would keep you busy. There was like one thing for being in a city and being ambushed by waves and waves of assassins and thieves that were dropping down from the roofs. But there was like a totally different thing when those same enemies were kind of like dropping down from the sky in locations that were supposed to have trees but didn't actually have them, and it looked weird. There's like literally the game's favorite thing was the sprinkle more enemies on top of the player every time there was like a combat encounter. Overall, I did enjoy it though. I like the more intimate, more personal, the more kind of like focused attention that you get on the character instead of the character being kind of like a blank slate that's kind of like saving the world and, you know, all of that. As far as the first Dragon Age game goes, if you think you want to play it after all I've said, which I would highly recommend, it's probably better to get the Ultimate Edition because it also has the expansion Awakening, I think, and comes with the 3 story DLCs, which sadly was how EA did business back in the day. They may even still do it that way, but I'm not actually sure, where they had the Project $10 thing. So basically games would be sold at full price. Well, let me step back a moment and kind of like give you like a background on why that was a thing and how that was a thing. So basically in the early 2000s to like 2010s-ish, EA decided that their biggest revenue killer was used games. I don't know how right they were. Probably not a lot, because, you know, to actually have used games in the market to any volume that would threaten your livelihood, you would first need to sell new units of that same magnitude. So in order to try and kind of like combat and let me be honest about this. In order to skim a bit off of used game sales prices, they did a thing where every game that was released in between 2008 and I want to say as late as 2015 had what was basically day one DLC in it. So Mass Effect 2 had the Cerberus Network thing, which was like a pass that came with 2 or 3 different DLCs in it. Dragon Age Origins had the it was like the Stone Prisoner, I think it was called, and the Underground, the Dwarven DLC basically. Anyway, there's like 2 or 3 DLCs that if you bought the game new would come with a code to redeem those immediately as you used the game, like installed it or put it in your console. It would come up with a a box and tell you, oh, you know what? You should also redeem your day one DLC that we gave you for free. But if you actually bought it for used, as a used game, the high possibility existed that the code would have already been used by the former owner of the game you were buying used. So in that case, EA went, oh, no, it's fine. You know that, like, if you actually want to play the full game experience, that bad person that bought it before you kind of took away from you, hey, you can just give us $10 and we'll sell you a brand new season pass for it, or, you know, Cerberus Network pass, or BioWare coins to buy the DLCs. So basically they were trying to split the game into like the regular game and the DLC bits, for which they could charge people extra if they had bought the game for, like, as a used. I don't know if that still goes on. Like, I think at some point it became so integrated in the EA way of making games that no one really bat an eye anymore. It wasn't the best, and it was actually twice as bad when kind of, you know, authentication server went down. Mass Effect 2 had this exact problem where a lot of people, especially on launch day where the servers were being hammered, couldn't actually activate their Cerberus Network pass and therefore couldn't get the armors and DLC locations and the DLC companion even that was locked behind it. So yeah, GG there, EA. Also see the same, well, in the same vein, SimCity. The, oh, we need to be online always but not really thing. That was just a flop. Although it did at least allow City Skylines to exist, so I mean, you win some, you lose some. I think the gaming community at large overall came out winning from that situation specifically, not like the whole thing, but the whole SimCity is actually a dumpster fire now situation. SimCity is dead. Long live City Skylines, basically. But yeah, it's an interesting game. I'd probably suggest getting the Ultimate Edition that has everything kind of like baked in, and it would also allow you to not have to bother with trying to get the old BioWare points to work, because that was like another layer of bullshit that EA kind of did with Dragon Age, Mass Effect, you know, the BioWare developed RPGs basically. But that's kind of like a thing for a different time, because we're like short on time, and honestly, yeah, I've harped on 4EA for like much too long. So instead I'm gonna just like press the fast forward button, and we're gonna go 11 years ago to November 3rd, 2011, where Sonic Generations came out on PC. The God, I have like a very low opinion of the Sonic series nowadays. After Sonic and Knuckles, it kind of took the fast way down. Sonic Generations was marketed as a celebration of the Sonic series, and the way they did this was by having two versions of Sonic playable. Basically, the story is that Sonic from the original Genesis and maybe Mega Drive, Master System games, had kind of like dimension traveled, I guess. I don't remember what the exact excuse was, but basically it's kind of like a mashup of dimension hopping shenanigans between old Sonic, the Genesis / Master System Sonic, and new Sonic, the, you know, Sonic 2006 and Sonic Colors and all the other good games in the 3D Sonic era, I guess. So you basically have like two different versions of Sonic. Functionally, I think they handled like quite close to one another, like if not identical. I think like the whole difference was in visual style alone. Like old Sonic was a bit more, I don't want to say naive, but I don't think any other word really like applies here. It's like more kind of like easygoing, a bit more kid friendly, and like new Sonic is the more edgy, the more kind of, coggy, chili dogs kind of thing. So yeah, it was like basically a mashup of old Sonic and new Sonic, and a celebration of the series, which honestly, after Sonic 2006, the Werewolf one, and probably the two Wii ones, I wouldn't really want to be celebrating, to be honest. But hey, this is like good news for this, because if you do want like an actual legit Sonic celebration, go get Sonic. God, I was gonna say Advanced. Sonic Mania. So let's talk about Sonic Mania a bit. That's like another tangent, but it's like a good one. Sonic Mania is a game that is very, very unlikely to exist normally, because it was made by Sega, but not actually by Sega. So as I've heard the story going, Sonic Mania, the most recent 2D Sonic that everyone loved, was basically a result of Sega kind of giving full control and creative license to members of the Sonic fan creator community. It's like basically the people that made the ROM hacks and like the palette swaps and the fun games and all of that, and they basically told them, yeah, you know what, here's the license, go do things with it, let's see how you do. And it turned out to be amazing, so well done them. So of course Sega nowadays decided to follow up on that success of Sonic Mania by making a Sonic open world game called Sonic, what was it called, like Sonic Genesis or something? Hold on. Sonic open world, what was that game called? Sonic Frontiers. Jesus. Which is apparently a... I guess it's trying to be Breath of the Wild in some ways. Because, like, fuck me, like, most of the screenshots are of kind of lush green pastures with a lot of mountains in the distance, basically. So I don't really get, like, who that game is for, because... Sonic, the Sonic's whole thing is supposed to be like tight platforming on very like high octane, high speed execution, right? So yeah, after Sonic Mania, I don't really know why they thought the next logical step would be, you know what, let's do it open world. But then again, that's kind of like the same team that also made one where Sonic's rival Shadow goes around doing sick wheelies on his jet shoes, and also has a gun. I think it's like an SMG or something. So yeah, it's like the same people that decided that. So, maybe everyone should have seen that coming. As far as generation goes now, it's okay. It's functional. It's not the greatest Sonic game. It's certainly not the worst. Sonic 2006, I believe, has that distinction. And maybe... God, what's it called? The... Sonic, or not Colors. Colors was like one of the good recent ones. What was the one where they gave them like a redesign and they made them wear like these weird kind of like bandaged hands, and they had them very different in proportion? Yeah, I got that right. Cool. I don't remember which one is that, but that's like a very, 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 very bad game. Both in its concept and its execution, because it was also one of the few that was outsourced by Sega and eventually ended up being shoved out the door with like maybe 6 months to go on development. I don't remember what it's called. Lost World, maybe? Hold on. It might be like Sonic Lost World. No, it's not Lost World. I really need to remember. No, not the remake. That was like Sonic 2006. There was like one where they redesigned the characters to be more human-like in proportion, and it was weird. It looked weird. It also had a lot of bugs in it. God damn it. Where is it? I have the the Wikipedia page for Sonic on, and I'm trying to find out which one that was. The one that had a cartoon. Yeah, I think it also had a spin-off cartoon because they were that sure that it was gonna be good. God, what must it be like being the person that keeps greenlighting these games, and they all fail, and then he keeps greenlighting these games. What's your superpower is, unbridled optimism. There was also a Sonic game where you were allowed to do make your own character, and it kind of had this whole very weird guerrilla tactics storyline in it, which was also very weird. But apparently that one was kind of better gameplay wise. I've not played a lot of these, which is why I'm kind of having trouble. Is it really Lost World? No, it's not Lost World. It's not Generation. It's not Colors. It's not the Secret Rings, or was that Unleashed? No, Unleashed was the werewolf one. God, I have a Sonic Boom. No, that's the Guile special move. Yeah, Sonic Forces was the kind of gritty one, which honestly weird. Just weird. Oh, maybe it's under spin-offs. Shuffle, tennis, golf, billiards, battle, jump. No, these are all kind of mobile games. So, yeah, it's the game with the weird designs. That's the Sonic Boom. Yeah, that's it. You are correct. It's under spin-offs. It's Sonic Boom: Rise of Lyric. You are absolutely correct. I think the reason they don't have it with the mainline games is because it wasn't developed by Team Sonic. The game is based on the TV series Sonic Boom. The game is one of the third and final in Sega's partnership with Nintendo. The game is named Sonic Tune: Ancient Treasure in Japan. It's also a Wii U game, by the way. It was the one where they made them all adventurers, I guess. They gave Tails goggles, as far as I can see. They gave Knuckles these weird bandaged hands. Let's use a Thundercats or yeah. I mean, that's kind of the thing, right? They outsourced it, and then they didn't give them time to, build up on it. As far as I've heard from retrospectives, Sonic Boom was very much rushed out the door, to the point that it still needed 6 months of development to properly work. It had a lot of crashes, a lot of glitching, a lot of missing frames in cutscenes and stuff. Generally the Sonic series I don't have in high esteem. If you're gonna play a recent Sonic game, I think your only option at this point is Mania. And I don't know, maybe if you can find the Game Boy Advance or DS, I guess, RPG that BioWare made. Because yes, BioWare also made a Sonic game. It was Sonic Dark World or something like that, which was a turn-based JRPG in the Paper Mario type, where all your attacks are quick time events, basically. That one was fun. Not amazing, but fun. And speaking of fun, let's see, we can skip all the Call of Duties that came out on November 3rd. We had Advanced Warfare in 2014. We had Modern Warfare Remastered in 2016. We had World War II in 2017. Apparently, November 3rd is Call of Duty Day. Who knew? But we can skip all the way down to the list to what came out on PC 5 years ago. November 3rd, 2017 is a game I mentioned last time we streamed. Dot Hack GU, this time the PC version. Like we said last time, the Dot Hack series is a series about people being trapped in MMORPGs or playing MMORPGs, so it is by definition very grindy, very MMO-ish. It's like playing an anime that's based on an MMO, more or less. I haven't played GU yet. I do remember like playing like the Time to Sign, .hack sign, which was interesting, but again, like very grindy. I think I do own GU on Steam though, or PS4 maybe. So maybe we can have a look at it at some point onwards. But with this, we are done for November 3rd. A record 53 minutes. Speedrun, basically, considering me. So we are going to switch to today's game, which is Desktop Dungeons again. One more stream because I didn't have anything else prepared. I was actually fully expecting to do Stasis today, which is the next game on the list. But unfortunately, I got home late. I'm perpetually on the brink of exhaustion nowadays, so I hadn't prepared something from the weekend. I really didn't have the stamina to kind of like sit down as soon as I came back from work to set up yet another game for streams. So since Desktop Dungeons is kind of still up, and since I kind of like want to say that people enjoyed what they were seeing, I think we're just like gonna do that and, you know, hope for the best. So 2 things to do. We've changed the title. That was one. The music is now gone, and a 30-second ad is gonna pop up now, just so we get like some nice uninterrupted time to stream the game. And in the meantime, I'm gonna switch to the game, and yeah, you probably get to see me, well, basically wait for the ad to finish for like 30 seconds while the game launches. So yeah, see you in 30 seconds. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Or not. For those of you that have the what's it called? For those of you that have the subscription that isn't really happening, you get ad-free something or another because, you know, capitalism. Ho! So we're gonna continue the stream dungeon from last time. And get this. Okay, so the ad should now be fully gone, dispelled for another hour. And this time I'm not gonna do the poll because I can see there's like very few people in chat today. Thanks to Ghost Rider for being here, by the way. Saves me the trouble of speaking to myself for 3 hours. So yeah, the thing we need to do currently is beat the bunker vampires. Yeah, I know. And to do that, it's the 2 quests, Dangerous Investments and Venture Capital. I'm just gonna go with like the... God. Going for dinner. Yeah, I'm just kidding. No worries. Enjoy dinner. What are we having today, out of curiosity? I'm like very curious to hear. Also, I just realized this was my first sip of coffee in like an hour because I spent it all talking. Ooh, pita and ham. Nice. I actually had like a very similar thing tonight. Well, not very similar, but a bit similar. It was like basically like the very thin like Arabic pita bread, like the super thin one, with like some mixture of minced meat and sweet potato. Actually, kind of like a very weird take on a shepherd's pie. It was really good, actually. Yeah, I just like realized I only just had a sip of coffee because I've been speaking for 50 odd minutes. Jeez. So yeah, I'm actually gonna like pick the fighter for now. It kind of feels like the safest one to start with. In that you get like a very kind of like decent survival oriented kit. So the trick here is to try and get as many what are they called? Get as many high level kills as possible, I guess. Which means we're gonna ignore the level 1s if we can, and the level 2s. This guy's at level 6. I I wish I had more damage to be able to kill him. Like, ideally, I think if I can manage to start killing things that are 3 levels above me, I'd probably be at a very good position to kill the boss. But probably not yet. Cause like only level 1s. I hate this. Might as well just like kill a few of them since there's like nothing else. And I just like keep wasting my my exploration heals. Level 3s. Oh shit! Did I lose my death protection? Oh no! I lost my death protection. That's bad. I still haven't raised enough health or what's it called? Haven't raised enough health or damage in order to be able to kind of like slingshot myself in levels. I think this is gonna help a bit. Get like a few more points of damage. I don't think I've like randomed into like a decent one. Not a lot of damage runes either around the place, which is annoying. So basically, I want to be at 16 XP at this point before I try killing the level 6 zombie. Cause let's see. Gives me a level. Oh, there we go. Biceps. Finally. At least this one, you know, helps a bit. So I do 57. I do 27. Plus 30% goes to 40, I think. Like erodes resistances, basically. Let's see. Biceps. Again, biceps. Drink a potion. Oh, no, still. Burn the guy. Get more here, more XP. Okay, we're like level 6. Ideally, if there's like a level 8 enemy around here, it's probably gonna be like a decent one to attack. But there's not. God, where's like all the damage runes in this run? This kind of sucks. That's like a level 8 one. Okay. So how do we want to do this? 10 out of 27. I think I need to come kill this guy. Go 17 out of 27. It's like 2 level 8s. 20 out of 27. Oof. Biceps. More biceps. Even more biceps. Like a potion, I guess. Okay, here we go. More heals. Oh. I'm a wall! Petrify. Maybe the level 1s. Level 1 ones. So basically what you want to do is maximize your like XP, right? Which is kind of the problem here. I need to be at least level 9 before I attack this guy. So like the level 8s and level 9s here that are my main source of XP, I guess. I go like biceps again. God damn, it's still not enough. Okay, that was enough. Now I need to focus on level 9. Because you get like 15 XP for each, right? Biceps. One hit. It does like 50 damage though. That's like the shitty thing here. It does like freaking 50 damage. Okay, get that. Get a few heals from here. Level 4 ones are fine. Oh, there we go. End this wall. So we get like decent damage protection here. So the vampire doesn't really do that much damage, but the problem is not his damage, but the physical resist that he has. Now, biceps does give me 3% erode per strike, but that's like 12 casts. 12 casts like 24 MP. Now I can get 13 plus another 6 or 5. That's 18. That's not enough. I need another mana potion before I can do that. Or what the codex? What's that? Let's see. 32. Another biceps. So I'm not actually planning on killing him here. I'm just like eroding his resistances like one hit at a time. I know he's healing as well, so that's like kind of like the point here. Erode. 23. No, this hit will kill me. So maybe... God. It's like a level 5 one might be better. It's like 26 out of 36. Oh, there we go. More damage. That's good. 34 out of 36. So I can save this guy here to get like a level. Nope. Maybe not. Should I like petrify the level 1 and try and like kill the level 8 ones to get like more XP? Cause see, like you get like 9 XP if you kill the level 8 ones. It's like probably like a level 9 here. So you get like 10 XP here, so like 50% more means like 15 XP. It's like way more than the 2 I would get. Oh, 14 XP, never mind. It's exponential. Nice. Well, not nice, but you get the point. Ooh. You get like more XP here. How am I gonna do this? 28, 34. I can probably like... Oh god, I can probably do this if... Let's see. Experience Catapult, a common technique by which a hero may fully rejuvenate in mid-combat against a tougher opponent, using weaker enemies as fodder to facilitate a quick level up. Yeah, that's kind of like the plan here, but... Amulet of Yendor, surprisingly genuine, use it to gain 5 XP. Oh! Yes. Although, I'm still at 34. Yeah, this is gonna like take me like way too far. So maybe not. Let's see. Biceps. More biceps. 17. God damn it. And again, biceps. More biceps. God. Am I gonna make it? I guess I can like try and like destroy wall. Drink one of these. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Damn it. I should have explored a bit more. So he does 23 per hit, right? But that's with like 20% resist. God damn it, I'm gonna die. Unless... Nope. No, wait, I win. Oh, I got an achievement too, level cannon. Because I got a heal right before I, like, by leveling up while I was, like, aggroing the enemy. So what did I miss? Oh, I missed 10% damage, which was a lot. Because the thing about like the damage increases, they stack with one another. So it's kind of like an exponential growth the more you collect. So see, my base damage here is 50, but because I found like 8 of these tiles, now I have like 40 more damage by having like 80% more. Oh, what? Havu. Next hit, talk. Pacifist. Yo, hero. I'm Emissary Havu. Speaking on behalf of the dwarves who'd like to join your kingdom. Hey, new race. Your collective venture is awesome, brotastic, and sounds like it could make us loads of cash. I know a shortcut out of this dungeon. Let's head back to your pad and I'll have a chat with your administrator. After a celebratory ale party, of course. Maybe two. Oh, and thanks for defeating that totally lame buzzkill vampire upstairs. I owed it some money and didn't want to deal with the mess. You're the best, dude. Yay. Cool, we win. Woohoo. I actually got like a bunch of badges as well as like Purist, Max Level, and Unstoppable. Killed all main dungeon monsters without using Petrification. Wait, without using Petrification? Wait, what? Could I have actually petrified the bunker? Nah, I don't think I could. Okay, so we've got like the badges. Get like a bunch of money with it as well. So nice. Quest complete. Find the dwarves. The industrious beer-loving dwarves are valuable allies to have in a kingdom as lightly developed as yours. With their solid work ethic and heroic levels of hangover-warding constitution, they make for especially durable adventurers. Of course, their services don't come cheap. If you want to start training them up for adventure, you'll need to improve their living quarters. God damn it, of course. There's like always a catch. Get like a bunch of money. Dwarven camp. A small frat house containing some... A dwarven frat house containing some local dwarven hooligans. With a bit of sprucing up, this place could supply with the occasional bold adventurer. It's like 200. Dwarves gain health boosts from item conversions. Okay. Like they're like decently tanky. Race unlocked. Dwarf. Dwarves get +1 max health bonus for every 80 constitution points. So it's like less it's like less conversion points than humans, but just like 1 max health. Dwarves are the living embodiment of cake parties and popped collars. Oh my god, they're like broad dwarves. God damn it. They occasionally recover from their hangovers long enough to don some adventuring gear and thwack a few monsters. Okay. Oh, wow. And the building that you'd recruit them from is called the Delta Iota Gamma Fraternity. Dig. This is a pretty big and surprisingly intact dwarven frat club. The inhabitants are in a permanent party mode and their hands are well worn from years of solid high-fiving. I really like the humor of this. I don't know why, but it's such a fun one. Well done, like quarter circle forward games. It's like a really fun one to do. Okay, like no upgrades yet. Puzzles unlock starter pack. Wait, what? Tutorials? Akbar's Academy. Most curious and building Poggy Administrator. This is the Guild of Exploration, built to give adventurers small fixed dungeon scenarios with distinct solutions. Guild members often just call these things puzzles. Okay, puzzles are organized in packs like these. Selecting one will show its contents. If you manage to complete every puzzle in the pack, you usually get a reward. New puzzles arrive at the guild from time to time. Most of them have important lessons to teach, so be sure to come back and solve them if you find yourself getting stuck in harder dungeons. Okay, so what's the tutorials? Oh. Hello! Welcome to Desktop Dungeons, a randomly generated turn-based puzzle roguelite thing of dungeoneering, heroism, and monster slaying. Oh, this is like the tutorial I skipped. Damn. Like, I guess... Hold on. I guess we should try like solve the tutorial here. For now. Haha, this is a dead end. You're going to die. We hope you've enjoyed the tutorial 1 to the tour. We'd offer feedback form that, you know, you'll be dead and stuff. Desktop Dungeons is a hard game. Expect to die a lot until you become more experienced. Attack the goat and accept your defeat. This will complete the first tutorial. Jerks. There's like enemies here as well. God. I wonder if there's like a way to not do this. Okay, we just like die. Return to guild. Puzzle complete. So I'm just doing these now in a hurry because I think you get like a reward for completing all of them. So basically the idea is that like you get what's it called? You get like a little breakdown on like all the basic pieces basically in the game, which is, you know, the glyphs, the like how enemies work. Later on you kind of get told how to level catapult, which is, there's like a lot of what are they called? There's like a lot of techniques that you get to use in this game. Level catapult is the one that I used in the previous dungeon, where you gain a level up while you are fighting a boss, so that like you kill it. Oh, sorry. So basically you manage to kill the boss by God, what's it called? By gaining a level mid-fight to regain all of your health and mana, basically. Oh no! Sounds like the treasure room was a trap. This creature is blocking your exit and seems to be immune to magic. Your spell glyph wouldn't be much use here. Oh. Click and hold your... Oh, to the conversion. Okay, this shows you that you can convert items. Exit. Okay. Again, I'm just like rushing through this because these are all stuff that we've already kind of like seen in the game. Okay, this is like just like showing you like what the items are. Yes. The dreaded goat waits for you at the end of this corridor. No hints and no hand holding. Use a combination of your item spells and character skills. See if you can defeat it and take its horn. It's like kind of like burn their ass as much as possible. Ha! Well done, hero. The god has dropped a trophy for you to claim. Grabbing a master's trophy ends the dungeon session, but you can hang around as long as you want it before taking it. Okay. Okay. So we do get the... Wait, do you actually... You sold the god trophy for 0. I was about to say, like, do you get like a horn that you can sell for 150 every single time? The game's like, nope. I didn't get like a reward from finishing the tutorials though. It was like the starter pack. Oh, reward 300 gold. That's actually something I might want to try. Intro to puzzles. Here's your guide to the basics. Have fun and don't die too much. In this puzzle, you'll be shown how to single out vulnerable opponents and take advantage of class abilities. Okay. Hey, Goshi, hi, how's it going? How are we doing today? Retro gamer? I don't think... This is like a 2015 game. It's not like that retro. It just happens to have like a retro aesthetic, to be honest. How are we doing today? How's it going? I've actually seen these being sold on the Android store, to be honest, and it doesn't run on my phone, unfortunately. I feel this would be like a very good game for like a tablet or something. Fed up with the rain. Honestly, I'm actually fed up for not having rain here, to be honest. It rained for like a week and then it just like went away forever. Which kind of sucks, to be honest. Oh, wait, I click this. Experience is a limited resource in desktop dungeons and it's easy to fall behind in levels. Fortunately, a few tricks exist to help you gain extra experience, and I'm a wall spell, Glyph, is one of them. Should move there. I mean, feel free. I don't think you'd like it that much, to be honest. Oh, wait, restart. Wall can instantly petrify any non-boss monster of your choosing, but you lose the experience benefits from the fight. As compensation, you'll earn an experience boost on your next fight instead. Petrify the goo blob and see what happens. Oop. Nice! The goo has become part of the dungeon wall. Your character now has the XP boost effect. He has like 50% for your next kill. Fight the Gorgon and reap your reward. Oh. Just gain a massive amount of experience and leveled up after only one monster kill. If you're curious, here's how your experience was broken down. Monsters give experience equal to the level number. In this case, 2 experience was earned. You earn bonus for killing above your level. That's another 2 experience, and the bonus increases with the level difference. Your XP boost effect adds another extra 50%. There you go, another 2 experience. The fighter always gains 1 bonus experience. Too long didn't read? Here's the basics. Your situation and class bonuses just turn a regular 2 XP conflict into a massive 7 XP, more than 3 times the normal amount. Massive gains! Now try to reach level 3 so you can take on the boss. Be careful when choosing what to fight, what to petrify, and in which order. Okay. Remember, when an item is no longer useful, or you really need a stat boost, be sure to drag it into the conversion box. There is nothing left to fight except the boss and you cannot petrify it. Convert your glyph into some extra attack power. Yep. Awesome! If you've gone through these puzzles in order, you should have a good overview of some of basic tricks used to experience dash blah 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 blah. Return to guild. So yeah, I kind of like need to do these to get like the reward. Because you can actually... Wait, Goat Glade? The fuck? This special patch of land that goats seem to find quite comfortable. This is where your special edition content will appear eventually. Goat person. Yeah, there's like a DLC for this. I don't know. I don't think I own it, to be honest. But yeah, I kind of like need the what's it called? The like the gold from here in order to start like saving up to upgrade, you know, buildings and stuff. Sadly, gold is like all the things that you need to do. So you get like also like daily quests, kind of like most experience earned out of 225. Petrify enemies, gives you earn bonus experience, etc, etc. Welcome to Desktop Dungeons Puzzle Mode. In each puzzle, you'll be given a small non-random situation to navigate using the tools at your disposal. Start by attacking the nearest enemy. You're awesome. Okay. Remember this common regeneration trick. Earning enough experience to level up will fully replenish your health and mana. Use the puzzle wand in your inventory if you get stuck and need a reset. Get like a spoon. By the gods, it's a spoon! This might-eating utensil of Legend offers +1 base damage. That should have refreshed you nicely. Your ultimate goal in a puzzle dungeon is to kill the puzzle boss. Okay. Well done. Enemy matching. In desktop dungeons, it's important to play to your strengths whenever and wherever you can. In this case, you've been given a human priest. Priests have boosted health and are especially effective against undead opponents. God. See what you can do to kill the boss of this level. Remember, use the puzzle wand if you get stuck. So these guys look not undead, but this guy is. Nicely done. A higher level enemy would usually be much tougher to take down, but picking fights with the right ones can net you bonus experience to take you out of tricky situations. Oh no. I fucked up. Remember, it is not necessary to kill every monster on the map. In both puzzle mode and regular desktop dungeon play, it's important to figure out when you'll be at peak strength to fight the boss. Fighting the boss too early and you'll be crushed like a low-level peasant. Fight the boss too late and you risk wearing yourself out before the battle even begins. Yeah, I guess I can kind of see that. But... yeah, see? I was like, a bad idea, unfortunately. I shouldn't have killed those. So basically the... oh, I'll try puzzle. Nah. Never mind. Go like one of like this. Done. Strike Order. Strike Order is a subtle yet powerful distinction in combat dungeons, like in desktop dungeons combat. Take the Thief, for example. Attacks do extra damage and can kill many foes in a single blow. If you manage to get in the first hit, you'll usually escape from combat without taking any damage. That's like basically what like the Get In There spell does, right? If an enemy has the first strike brand, they'll hit you first no matter what. Don't waste your... Great stuff. Win. Hey, we get the gold? We get... no, positioning. Savvy desktop dungeon players should always pay attention to a dungeon's layout. When spacing is tight, a helpful glyph called Wait What will let you swap places with an enemy. God, I love the names of these. Wait What has quite a few side effects. Enemy debuffs, bonus experience, but right now its value as an escape tool will be enough. Use it to swap places with the goblin boss. Flip. Boom! You've teleported. Wait What has served its purpose for this scenario, but you can still recycle it for additional value. I mean, really? Right now you're playing as a human. Glyph conversions earn you a permanent bonus to attack. This gives you just enough damage to kill a goat with one strike instead of two. You should probably start with the ones guarding all those items. Have the Piss Off spell. You have the Piss Off spell. Casting Piss Off on an enemy will knock it back one square, dealing damage if it hits a wall or another enemy. Manage your resources and experiment with the knockback effect to kill all remaining goats. And don't forget to position yourself carefully before casting. Okay. So as far as I remember, the Piss Off spell can also break walls, I want to say. We need more goats. Yeah. So I can kind of do it like this. And this. Fuck. Ah, fuck. Yeah. I don't have enough... There we go. Hmm. Yeah, I guess it's like still not enough. So how do you solve this? Like, did you like have to like push them into each other? Like, oh no, I did it dumb. Hold on. Okay, we like got this. Hey, we complete the starter pack. 300 gold. I don't know about like Akbar's Academy. Does this like what is this? Really big sword. Slow strike. This weapon is so slow that the hero will always strike last in combat. On the other hand, it pierces 35% physical resist. Okay. Let's see. Slowness has the following strike priorities. A slowed player versus an enemy will always strike second. A player versus a slowed enemy will always strike first. A slowed player versus slowed enemy will always strike second. Okay. Oh shit, no. That was dumb of me. How do you even solve this? I don't know. I get the feeling that... Oh, you know what? Or not. How do you... how do you solve this? I'm so curious. Fear not, you died doing what you loved, playing Test of Dungeons. I mean, I'm just like talking to myself. There's like clearly like an order in which you do these. Like, for example, I can like kill this guy before he like causes any damage, but then when I pick up the sword, you kind of need it for these guys have like both have like 35% resistance. Yeah, I don't know how you solve this. An enemy will start burning when you hit it with a fireball and will stop burning when you make your next physical attack. While under the burn effect, an enemy will regenerate health more slowly. Hey, Ghost Rider, welcome back. Okay, I think this is the solution. We need to kind of like do like a little like hidden run thing here. Like this. And also like try and like do like this. No, I fucked up. I fucked up. Welcome back again. God damn it. I did the dumb thing again. So I think you need to save this tile here for regeneration purposes. So it kind of like goes like this. I don't know. I really aren't like getting the nuances here, I think. What am I doing wrong? Am I not stacking stuff correctly? Deals a damage. Again, I'm not doing enough damage. What am I doing wrong here? Like I'm pretty sure. Oh, never mind. I'm pretty sure like the first few steps are correct. Maybe I need to hit the guy, do the fireball, go get some MP, come back and do another fireball, go get some more MP, and do like a third one. I'm gonna do like 10 damage, right? So like this will drop him to 13. But what if I... And 0, there we go. Oh, compound interest, basically. Discover how damage stacks up for heavy burning and learn how to it can finish off weakened foes. I'm gonna try this one, the Armor Wall. So wait, when it says discover the surprising applications of Armor Wall, the Iron Man. Oh. It's like a piece off. So this guy only has like 25 health, right? Like, are you seeing this? So I think what I'm actually meant to be doing here... let's see, he does 4 damage. I do 10, so like 3 hits makes me go down to 9. I don't get health though, damn it. So I think eventually how you want to kill this guy is just like piece off him into the... Like petrify this guy and like start like pushing him into the... like the other enemy. Armor Wall can actually be cast on empty space for a 2 mana discount. How you leverage this is up to you. Okay. Wait, there's like something behind the other one too. Or there isn't. Never mind. I thought there was. No, it's not enough. Yeah, I don't know how to solve this. Honestly, it's like probably some like very clever thing that I'm missing. I really need to figure out like the advanced interactions, but I don't like the way the game tells you like you know, fancier ideas, but doesn't actually explain what those fancier ideas are. Man, we still get to do the what's his name? The other vampire bunker guy. Sure. Let's try with like dwarves. Let's try like dwarven priest at this point. Get like more health and even more health. Right? Just like immediately get Lemisi out of there. End this wall, destroy wall. It's like awfully small for a dungeon, isn't it? Oh, this is a trap, isn't it? Here stands a slate of... Oh, wait. Here lies the dwarf vampire, in loving memory of a combination once possible, now lost. Here lies the shapeshifter. At least we think so. It may just be some innocent townsperson we mobbed. Don't engrave that last bit, would ya? Here lies Pravesh the Extreme. Died in a freak deep-sea skydiving incident. Here lies the Witch Doctor. Practitioner of voodoo, master of totems. Another character for another time. Wait, is this like all the characters that didn't make it into the game? Here lies the Battle Mage, the original Sorcerer's Badass. The flesh is gone, but the legacy continues. And here lies every single desktop dungeon forum member who has ever asked for an in-game reference. It's kind of crammed in here, you know. Oh, that's a good one. Well done. Well done. Oh, that was a clever, clever, clever one. So I guess we basically do double damage to undead, which kind of means I could conceivably kill this one at level 3. If I can kind of like manage to get to that point. Okay, let me give it this a try. There we go. There's like suddenly level 4. Piece off. Although I do seem to have run out of monsters again. It's like 5. Okay, this is like 20 damage, right? So these guys are still a bit out of my league. Isn't there like a level 7 monster somewhere around here? That isn't Meat Boy. There's a problem with the Meat Boys is that like they're like very God, what are they called? They're like very like high on strength, I guess. So especially for me. Like, I want, like, undead. I want these guys. So I kind of wonder, do I like, also do that? Oh, I don't do double damage to them with the, with spells. Damn. It's only with the, what are they called? It's only with, like, melee attacks. That's kind of annoying. Oh! So you want to stimulate your kingdom's economy a little more, eh? Okay, so this guy's got like magic resist. Doesn't matter though, because I think he's supposed to be undead. Which also means I do a lot more damage to him. Let's see, I'm a wall. So what are the chances we still have a couple of level 1s left over? Not a lot, eh? That kind of sucks. Where's all the level 1s? Oh, there we go. There we go. And there we go too. So here's like what I'm thinking here. Do Armor Wall on this guy. And then try and kill this guy that's like 3 levels above me. And get like a shitload of XP. Like that. God, like again with the level, like whatever Meat Boys, damn it, that's so annoying. Okay, so this guy's like magic immune, so like what I want to do probably is just like break a bunch of these to get protection, I guess. So get rid of the Peace Orf one. Break another wall. Actually, since I have like the mana potion for it, it's like my will just break 2 walls here. And then do this. Oh. Not enough. Yeah, I guess this guy doesn't count as a as an undead, does he? Well, let's start. Wanna fight someone's existing enemy, adding slow debuff, blah blah blah, bonus XP. Yep. Ooh. Let's go like that. Yeah, this guy has like first strike. It's probably like a very bad idea to try and like aggro him at this point. Aren't there like any undead that are like a couple of levels above me? So I can just get more gains out of them? Guess not. Damn. No! As it turns out, there were a few undead, but damn. Damn. Teresa or Mountain? That's amusing. Oh, we did get like the The bonus rewards. Spend on preparations, 350 gold. No. Don't want to do that. Although I do guess you need to like keep doing advisor tasks at some point to unlock all of these. I should probably also like try like doing all of these challenges. Defeating this challenge will earn you the balanced dagger. This is like the continuation to the what's it called? The Garrett saga. These are like all like level 9s. I guess you're not actually supposed to like kill anything. It's like meant to kind of like try and like explore. Kinda. Oh, this is like a wait, wood. Lord Siliname has forked out quite a bit of internal security. Since entering the keep itself, I've had to avoid thick clusters of guardsmen patrolling about just about every corridor. They're well armed and well trained, making direct confrontation difficult. Looking out for better weapons and equipment is my best bet. I'll take advantage of any weakness I find. With this many personal guards, there's bound to be one or two drunken oafs and rookies thrown into the mix. My friends mentioned that the guard captain wields a finely crafted blade. Okay. So I guess we're just like supposed to like use weight wood to get around here. I'm just like gonna die. I am so gonna die. Eek. Let's try like this way. It's like level 5, still not enough. Please tell me like going this way will like eventually get me to the point where there's like better loot. Or not. Wait, what? So I'm going to assume that in order to solve this, you're actually meant to... What? I don't get it. Just like kill these guys and get to the level 1 that's there. I'm very curious to see how this goes. It's like 6 so far. I kind of need to be doing at least like 10 damage per... or like a first strike. That might also solve this. Nope. Don't just stand there, you louds. We've got an infiltrator. Take his head or the roll will take yours. Oh, this is the guard captain. Hold on. Something about the sword here? Guess not. So I'm pretty sure the basic idea here is to kill the level 2 ones with get in there. There we go. And then also kind of like trying to like kill the level 3s with the get in there as well. I think like overall the idea is that like you need to be killing higher level enemies. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Wood here. Do I get the kill with first strike? No. No, because it also has first strike. Damn. That sucks. Oh, I dodged it. Nice. Kind of sucks that it's like a chance to dodge. How do we solve the rest of this? Can't actually come to this guy anymore. Petrify, swap places. Okay, we don't need this. We don't need... I don't know. Do we need Petrify? Do I need to, like, Petrify the level 2 guy so I can, you know, get XP from the level 3 one? But that also means I need to wait wood twice to get to here, I guess. But yeah, let me see. Try and, like, Petrify this guy. And then... get stuck. Yep, get stuck. Okay, actually, I'll do it like this. Okay, it's like level 3. Teleport, level 6. So what's my objective? Is it like killing the guard captain or something? I don't know. It feels like he's a bit too high level for me overall. A bit. Oh no. And this wall. Okay. This lets me go through some more walls too. Or not. God. I'm stuck. I am. Oof. Very much stuck. Can we see like the rest of the levels? Like only 2 more upgrades to be gotten. So basically, I guess you need to like kill the guard captain here. But how do you do that without, you know, this happening? Oh boy, I guess we're gonna find out in 30 seconds because there's ad time. Yay! Again, more ads. Boo. Come on, get on with it. Get on with the ads. Most experience earned. Like, I guess I could try like just like doing random dungeons without like a lot of anything else. It's like trying like do like small, fast dungeons. But as far as I remember, these don't really give you much in the way of XP, to be honest. Or gold. It's like all the little pieces of gold that you gather from the run itself. I'm pretty sure at least this dungeon is like the equivalent of, you know, easy mode. You don't actually get any like very like particularly hard enemies. You just like kind of need to just clear everything as efficiently as possible. It's like 8 damage, good level. Kill this guy. So the level 5 one should be like in here somewhere, right? Get like in this wall. Swap places. Oh, never mind. He might actually be in here. Although I can't pick up any more things. Let's do it like this. Yep, there we go. You have the suicidal gall to cross my path, challenger. Look well upon me, for this is the last time your eyes will ever see the world through anything but a blinding red ooze. I'll plunge my sword into every inch of your feeble flesh until you scream blood and cough up bone shards. You'll be battered so ferociously that you'll beg the god of death himself to burn and consume your soul. Jesus Christ. This is like the easy mode one, right? Imagine if it's like any like harder ones. Oh, we found biceps. Cool. So I'm just like gonna end this wall here for a moment, just to check it out. Hold on. Wait, what? Why won't it let me cast in this wall? Oh, there we go. That was weird, right? There's like nothing in here. Yeah, but I need the space for biceps. So yeah, end this wall, maybe just like get that out of the way. Like this. Ooh, hello. Pendant of Health, plus 10 health. I mean, this actually synergizes interestingly with the dwarf. Since like dwarves get like a lot of health per level up. Well, a lot more health per level up. Like level 7, and there's still a few things. Ooh, also this, yes. Find sword. Wait, wood. Okay, I'm gonna go cast Wait Wood on the boss to give him like slow. Remove it. Grab the first strike. Cliff. Explore a bit and get my health back. And not enough XP. Damn. Let's see. Biceps. First strike, 113. Second strike also. So like start like using biceps here, whole bunch. Boom. Okay, that was easy. I mean, this is like the easy dungeon difficulty. I don't think you get like a lot of money though from like running these like a whole bunch of times. Like conceivably, I could be running this like 1,000,000 times to unlock, you know, badges and all the money that you find from treasure and stuff. Specialist Furies with Unstoppable. Wait, what was Unstoppable? Killed all main dungeon monsters without using Petrification. Fine. Killed the last boss using either magical or physical attack, but not both. Didn't use any glyph skills. Played the dungeon without any extra kingdom preparations. Chiggy, your first monster kill was a higher level than you. Ding Max. Hoarder. Didn't convert any items. Feeling parched, didn't consume any health or mana potions. How do you do level 10 in a dungeon where like the highest level is 8? Most frugal administrator, while your hoarding skills are clearly second to none, our vault cannot hold this much money. We need to find a way to extend it or go about spending some gold. Perhaps we can upgrade a building or two? Yeah. The kingdom's gold value marked in red whenever it goes above a storage limit, and additional money earned by adventurers is lost until the extra gold gets spent. So basically, I either like upgrade things now or lose the gold. Is there actually anything I could be upgrading though? There isn't. And you know why? Because like everything costs 1,000 to upgrade. And unfortunately, I cannot do that. So I guess I need to do like a run where I buy like the most expensive item and hope for the best. I'm just poor. Yeah, basically it's like the self-fulfilling prophecy kind of thing. This game is not fun. The worst thing is that I miss out on the 100 gold from... Because you can't actually buy all 3 of these, unfortunately. There's like only like 1 out of 3. Yeah. Let's try like the Slayer wand, which kind of sucks. Yep. So it was like the entire dungeon floor here. Oh. So I don't actually think this is fully randomized. Because like you'll notice the layout is slightly different, like the ones that I got as a cleric or like a priest or whatever. And you don't get a refund on these things if you back out of the run. Kind of sucks. God. Got the most hilarious email from an email list. The content of this message was lost. It was probably processed to multiple lists and previously handled on another list. Was that like the listception or something? Sounds so weird. But yeah, you know what? I'm rather tired tonight. It's like 11 and I'm already pooped. Kind of scared. Scared there's gonna be like another list that lists all the lists that were like unlisted from that list. Oh, I don't even think I've got like any internal logic in what I just said. Sorry about that. But I am sorry to cut this a bit short. I really need like sleep at the moment. So there was some progress made. I think I'm gonna continue this on and off stream. I've actually been getting a lot into the breach lately. In between Persona 5 sessions, to be honest. So yeah, I can totally see like a roguelike kind of like fitting in as well. Sadly, I don't think this runs well on the Steam Deck. And if it does, because it's kind of like more mouse driven, it's probably not as fun to work as well. But it is interesting, and I remember when I bought it like years ago, this game, Desktop Dungeons. It was a pretty like novel idea. I would recommend this. I might not be finishing it on stream because mainly like tiredness, but I would definitely recommend this game to anyone that cares to kind of like give it a try. Oops. Also, I kind of like gave away my right target. Let's go say hi to Millimage, who's also doing roguelikes, specifically Tiny Rogues. It's like more action oriented than mine, to be honest. But you know, it's still like a fun one. We will be back on Tuesday with Stasis, which I do hope to complete, as it's kind of like a point and click adventure game. Thanks for sticking around. Stay a bit with me, so we'll go say hi to Millimage. I'm gonna stay in his chat for a while since it's like still early-ish. But yeah, have a lovely rest of the evening. I'm sorry this didn't kind of like go on for as long as I was hoping it would, but yeah, hope you enjoyed what little there was of it, and I'll see you around on Tuesday with Stasis probably. Until then, have a lovely rest of the evening, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.